even us as Middle East, we're different. Levant beauty standards are different than GCC, than North African beauty standards.
Haifa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Haifa, Sonny Erickson, L'Oreal, Chalhoub, you've had a great career. But almost a decade ago, you thought, you know what? I want to start my own company. How did you get to that conclusion?
It was an accumulation. I think everything that happens in our life prepares us for the moment. I never thought I would be a business owner or that I'm the personality who wants to launch a business. Um, my mom was a hairstylist and makeup artist in Saudi, and I've always watched her like glam people and change women's life. Even though like she stopped long time ago, but in my head there was one particular client that like I always remember. Then I love beauty, of course. My grandma was Miss Lebanon. So, like, until her last days, she would like to have her nails done. She's always like, she would know about the new launches at Lancôme and like in the beauty industry before I know about them when I was working on the brand. So she would tell me, oh, they will launch Secret de Vie and it's this for aging skin. So then I worked, of course, at L'Oreal within my career, inspired by this family with all the beauty background. We had my cousin's wedding in Italy, Florence, and we were a group of girls from Dubai, Saudi, everywhere, and we wanted to get ready. Before going, we tried to search possibilities of hair and makeup. As you know, in Lebanon or like in our countries, it's so easy and accessible. In Europe, it was a bit challenging to find a talent or to know where to find it or how to search. When we were able to find hotels, recommendations for restaurants and Airbnb, there was nothing about beauty. So we ended up like when we asked the event organizer, it was too expensive for our budget. So we ended up doing our own makeup and hair. We were late for the event because I did makeup for a few of my friends. And then the idea of having a consolidated platform that connects professionals around the world with customers for beauty in demand came along. And I spoke to my cousin who was a developer. I'm like, can you develop something between Uber and TripAdvisor for beauticians? And the challenge started.
I'm gonna ask you about this because a lot of the women that I've met in my life, they're usually very sticky customers when it comes to the people, their hairstylist or whoever's doing their makeup. So I'm wondering, do you feel like it's a culture challenge for people to use an application instead of going to their friend's recommendation, or do you feel like
Absolutely.
people adapted very quickly?
Very good point, by the way. You know the market very well because we started with an app and we had the app for a few years where even though we gave the professionals like an opportunity to upload their portfolio, to put a short biography, have many images and videos of their work, yet people, when it came to makeup or a special event, they always ask, who would you recommend? Can I, even though we had rating and reviews, everything. But you're right, people in our countries, they go for word of mouth and recommendations. And mainly like a special sur mesure concept. So that's why we dropped the app and we focused more on one-to-one recommendation. And now we're integrating AI into like face shape and face recognition and connecting our clients with the best fit for their style. Because we ask few questions like about the occasion, about your style that you like, Now even client can upload some images of the desired image she wants to look like.
Yeah, that's interesting. And do you have a very specific target, or are you targeting anyone who wants to get makeup, for example? Because you mentioned weddings, corporate events, and these are like very different things. So do you feel like you marketed it specifically for one type of person, or if you're looking to get makeup, then you can come here?
The aim was to empower women and any woman with any budget to be able to have her beauty needs met at her location within her budget and requirements and taste, of course.
I think
So
it's
it's not specific for any a specific age or woman or nor culture, because as you know, we started in Dubai, and Dubai has a multicultural society. But I'll tell you one thing. We had at the beginning in mind just to cater to consumers and direct to consumer. What we noticed is that corporations were more interested in our business. So we did much more, we're doing now much more B2B, which is we do glamming for glam training for hospitality groups and luxury brands. We do recruitment for beauticians at for example, for Dyson, for Makeup Forever, for any beauty brand. We, of course, anything to do with fashion show or trunk show or a photo shoot, anything to do with being glammed for beauty, we can cater to that. And our main clients are corporations in retail, luxury, and fashion, plus, of course, the beauty brands.
Yeah, Haifa, I think it's very interesting because you solved a problem that you had. It's not something that
Absolutely.
you think would be good. It's something that you specifically suffered from. And I want to talk a bit about the location. So you say Dubai is a multicultural place. Do you think that helps a company like yours for regional expansion or even global expansion since you're already exposed to so many different cultures?
Absolutely. And today we are available with our B2B services in all GCC, and we cater to certain main cities. I mean, for example, we did Paris Fashion Week. We just finished with Cannes Film Festival. We did Toronto Film Festival previously. So the main cities with fashion and glam were always there, but we expanded in our B2B to all GCC with all our corporate services.
Okay, that's great. And Haifa, after almost 10 years doing this, what has been the biggest lesson learned from this journey?
Oh, many lessons. One lesson is not to think too much about it and just to launch and pivot while you are getting feedback from the customers. Another lesson is don't ask, just do it. You know, like you might, they'll tell you, oh, you're not supposed to do this, and oh, sorry. Why I'm saying this? Because we started with the license 2 years before and paying like fees, bank and online fees for nothing without having even a product ready to launch. So I would suggest the opposite to launch the product, have an MVP, and then start with the legal documents. We won't go to jail for that. Maybe you should cut this.
I mean, these are really good. These are really good, and it helps specifically new entrepreneurs to like just get started. But
Yeah.
I want to ask you about like how you measure your success. So do you look at it as how many people have used it per day, per month? How many different professionals are using the service? So how do you measure your success?
Number of professionals using our services is an indicator because it's the egg and the chicken. If you have enough clients and enough professionals are making money with your agency or application, then you have much more professionals wanting to join your platform. Today, we have more than 400 in the UAE, thousands in Saudi, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain. Another indicator is the brands that work with us and trust us with their image, like Dior, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, many like Marley, Tiffany and Co., Piaget. Most of the luxury brands and beauty brands trust us with their image and want to work with us. So I would say this is an indicator for our success. Plus, of course, the number of customers that trust us and refer us to their friends and family.
Haifa, you mentioned luxury brands, so I'm going to go back to L'Oréal for a second. Do you feel like you could have done this without the experience you've had working at those companies earlier in your career?
I don't think so. Working at L'Oréal gave me the exposure and the connection to these networks of professionals. I learned how to deal with artists and different type of personality. I learned how to market my product properly in this industry and in this region. It's all added value and building me to become the person I am in order to launch the business that we did.
Haifa, you said that you're in multiple countries in the GCC. Do you feel like you need a different strategy when you're working in the UAE or Saudi or any other country? Or do you just look at it as one big box and it's the same?
Mm-mm. No, it's not the same box at all. And this is what I always tell brands when they want to launch in our region. It has to be customized, and the strategy cannot be copied pasted to our region. Even us as Middle East, we're different. Levant beauty standards are different than GCC, than North African beauty standards. And within the GCC, for example, in Dubai, you can communicate in English and send your messages, hire, like we have Chinese New Year's, we need Chinese speakers. In Ramadan, we hire Arab. Throughout the year, it's more maybe English speaker. In Saudi, mainly, we need to hire speaking professionals. Same thing in Kuwait and Bahrain and Qatar, I would say.
When you were in Italy, you're an Arab in Italy that didn't know how to navigate the market, so you needed something like Instagram. But who do you think really needs it when they come to the UAE? Is it everyone? Because very few people are actually from there. A lot of people spent many years there, but who would be the people most likely to use such a service?
I'll tell you something. When the idea was being built and we were launching Instagram, I dislocated my shoulder for my right hand. So I couldn't raise my hand or do my hair or do anything. And I'm like, oh my God, this is another clientele that I did not think of when, like, I was thinking of my grandma and all the elderly ladies. Then it came when I injured my hand and I couldn't do my own beauty or put makeup or raise my hand to do my hair. And I was asking my brother, please help me, please brush it, please do that. So then my sister had her first baby and she couldn't leave the house and wanted at least this hour of pampering, but she didn't want to leave her baby at home. So we started collaborating with nurses to come babysit for 1 hour while we do the mani-pedi or the hair style session. So everybody, every woman really deserves and want to feel beautiful at one point of her life. You have a date, you have a prom, it's your wedding, you're you have a work meeting, and we were the only company, and still until today we're the only company you can book at 7 a.m. for to get ready for work or a shoot, because salons don't open. Dubai, nothing opens before 10 a.m. So we are the only company where you can get glammed early on. And throughout the years, as you said, we noticed it's not only young women or party people or business. We had government speakers coming to Dubai for government summits and booking our services online. They find like they can book their hair and makeup. We are partnering with many hotels and hospitality groups in Dubai. We do room service at Burj Al Arab, at Four Seasons, at so many. And now we just signed a new partnership to be the sole provider of beauty services at Vida Hotels.
I mean, that's amazing. So the way it works is I'm sitting in my hotel room, I open the app, and I can book someone that comes to me.
Absolutely. Today, it's not an app, so it's the website, and you can chat, get the service come to you at your hotel. You just share your room number, and our team will be there.
You know, this is amazing because the last time I was in the region, people were saying, Antoine, you can do anything from your room. And they were showing like
I swear.
all those
Dubai, it's true.
surfaces. Yeah.
And we cater to men, like we do mani pedi and haircut, beard trim. But as you know, women are the ones who book these services. So in our communication, it's more about women, but we have everything, massage, because we partner with salons mainly.
Wow. So I guess like you can really sell all kinds of services on here, but the question is, what is your current clientele willing to add to the existing services that they currently
So,
use?
when we started, we wanted it to be the one-stop shop for any shoot. Again, affected by L'Oréal and Chalhoub, where I worked on many fashion brands. Whenever we have a shoot, we need hair, makeup, nails, photographers, and stylists. But according to like business recommendations, they're like stick to one thing and stick to one product, and then you can grow. So far, we are doing only beauty services, anything to do with your looks as a salon. We didn't add the styling and photography yet.
Well, speaking of yet, I will ask you, what are the next big milestone for Instagram? I mean, you have so many opportunities. You have like expanding in different places, expanding your services you have. There's so many different ways this can go. So, what's your main focus for the next steps?
Our dream is to be the Uber of beauty worldwide. The way you trust Uber and you arrive to Paris and order your car ride, like your ride, we want the same behavior to be towards Instagram. You arrive to any country and you know that if you book a service with Instagram, the best team will come. They're well trained, they know their service, and it's just a duplicate of a luxury service at your location.
Haifa, I think this is amazing.
Thank you.
I think there's maybe the culture barrier because like everything else, even Uber, like you were used to a driver. You know, back in the day, we used to call a company, that has five drivers, but now everyone's so comfortable with Uber. And I feel like in time, this will be the direction of services. So,
Absolutely.
Haifa, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate your time. This was a very interesting conversation.
Thank you, Antoine. We'll wait for you to come and try our services.
One day when I'm in Dubai, I'll be back. All right,
Inshallah.
great.